First time I met Bob was I got a phone call off him. And so you can imagine, I'm stood there in the kitchen and the phone goes and you pick it up and, hello, Paul. Is that Paul? Yeah, it's Bob Monkhouse here. This is a television legend who I've grown up watching. Not just on TV, but in all the old black and white movies as well. And all of a sudden, I'm stood in my council flat and Bob's on the end of the phone. And it was about doing a show with him, doing one of his shows. Because I'm going to blind panic. What does he want me for? What am I going to do? And I remember going up to Acton, the old BBC rehearsal rooms, and getting up there. And here's Bob in the middle of the room, dressed, looks like he was about to go on the golf course, you know, the lovely lemon sweater, and immaculate, absolutely immaculate. And immediately put me at my ease. And was so encouraging. It was just wonderful to work with. So within 5 minutes of sort of walking into this room, I was like, I was completely at home basically. And he'd ask, he didn't say, right, you do this and I'll do that. And he'd say, well, what should we do? He collaborated with you. And because, you know, I was a virgin, don't forget, you know, and Bob's been going for years and he's asking me, well, what do you think of this? And what do you think of that? And it was a joy to work with him. He was so generous, and that's very, very rare amongst comedians. If you got a huge laugh, Bob was over the moon, absolutely over the moon. And as he said, you know, he said it's not just him, it's the whole show. So he also, if he's off stage and somebody's on, he'd like to know that it was somebody he'd be confident with, who'd still hold the audience for him for when he came back on. So if you got a laugh, you know, he was delighted by it. Some of them are like real mean, you know, if you get a laugh, that's coming out and stuff like that. I've had that done to me a few times, but not Bob. He was an incredibly generous man. And really, as a confidence booster, he was brilliant. You know, he constantly reassuring you, you can do this, yeah, get out there and kill him, go on. He was just great to work with.